At one point, he was near death, but this Fargo man has climbed back.
Feel the burn.
Now he's stepping up for others.
Maybe everybody who has cystic fibrosis, who's fighting that fight every day, and just showing them that, you too can turn your life around.
I'm Fox reporter Candace Thornburg, and I'll introduce you to the man taking on a skyscraper.
What you gonna do, IDS Tower, when Paul runs wild on you?
And find out how you can help Thursday, February 3rd on Fox News at 9.
Next on Fox News at 9, a local man trains for the climb of his life. 50 flights of stairs at the Minneapolis IDS Tower. A local celebrity is arrested on suspicion of drunk driving. And a Fargo South graduate may become the next American Idol. Hi everyone, welcome to Fox News at 9. It is a fundraiser with life-saving goals. The Climb for a Cure for Cystic Fibrosis is a hike up 50 flights of stairs at the Minneapolis IDS Tower.
And a Fargo man is gearing up, training to take on the challenge for a charity near and dear to his heart. Fox reporter Candace Thornburg and photographer Dylan Jacobson have tonight's top story.
Elevators and escalators are off limits for Paul Lines. He's building up his muscles and lung power so he can power through a march up all 50 flights of the IDS Tower in Minneapolis. It's for Climb for a Cure, which helps people with cystic fibrosis, people like Lines.
I tell people it was like being claustrophobic in your own body. So it's like it was a constant bear hug.
Cystic fibrosis builds a thick mucus in the pancreas and lungs, preventing proper digestion and building to a point where it can collapse and destroy the lungs. It usually proves fatal in a person's mid-30s. Lines is 40. Last year, when Lines took part in the Climb for a Cure, he only made it up 14 of the 50 flights, but he says he wasn't disappointed because just 8.5 years ago, he was lucky to make it up one flight.
Yeah, I was in end-stage lung function. So I was probably within weeks or months of kicking off.
After 3 years on a waiting list, Lines got a life-saving gift, a new set of lungs from an organ donor.
Thankfully to a 19-year-old, his name is Jesse, he had great lungs, and he, as you can see, I'm still here. Jesse's mom came up to me with a stethoscope and put her stethoscope to my chest, wanting to hear her son's lungs. And I think that's one of the greatest things that, as far as organ donations, that somebody could know that their loved one is living on in somebody else and making their life a lot better than it was before. Whew.
His new lungs allow him to do the climb, and he's not forgetting that. It's one of the thoughts that pushes him when his muscles start to ache.
Feel the burn. And then I'd sort of mentally get a picture of how I couldn't do it before, and then it just sort of pumps me up a little bit more, and I just keep saying, okay, let's try one more. Let's just try one more. So it gets to the point where my legs are saying stop before my lungs are, and that's an awesome feeling.
But the main energy boost comes from knowing he's helping people who may not be as lucky as he is.
For me, it'd be everybody who has cystic fibrosis, who's fighting that fight every day, and just showing them that, you too can turn your life around and be able to do this, despite a lot of the challenges you got going your way.
Lines says 50 floors still scares him, but every day as he gets stronger, it scares him a little less. And even more so with the thought of people looking up to him when he reaches that top floor.
Quite honestly, I've never felt more alive than I do right now.
Candace Thornburg, Fox News.
And if you want to help by sponsoring Lines on his climb, you can donate online at cff.org/LWC/Paul Lines. The money goes to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation to help find a cure. The Climb for a Cause is this Saturday.
This week, we told you about a Fargo man training for a 50-story climb up a Minnesota skyscraper as part of a cystic fibrosis fundraiser. And today was the big event, the 30th annual Climb for a Cure at the IDS Tower in Minneapolis. Last year, Paul Lines only made it up to the 14th floor. Lines suffers from cystic fibrosis. 8.5 years ago, he was in end-stage lung function and had to undergo a double lung transplant. And this year, after months of training, he made it up all 50 flights. And Lines tells Fox News he feels great after that accomplishment.